In this Budibase tutorial, you'll learn how to build a custom internal application from scratch in under 15 minutes, completely for free without writing a single line of code. If you need to build a custom dashboard, a team portal, form, internal tracking app for your business, this platform is absolutely the best open source low code tool to get it done. So let's get into it. Head to budibase.com and as you can see, it gives you free trial, meaning you can try out the application, test out for yourselves whether or not you want to invest in it. For which, let's take a look at the pricing, and you've got four different plans. First one is the Pro plan, which gives you 2K Budibase AI credits that helps you create your application. Then there's the Premium one, which gives you more AI credits. The business plan gives you access to more creator accounts, meaning multiple people can use at the same time. And there are other advantages as well, so you can check out all these plans to select which one fits the best for you. But for now, we are just going to use the free account. Click on this try it for free button, and then you can use either your Google account or your Microsoft account or even your email to sign in. As soon as you log in, you'll land up on the dashboard. So let's take a look at it. At the top of the dashboard, you can see matrices like the total users, action, GitHub stars, and your Budibase AI credits, which resets every month to power your background AI processes. On the left sidebar, you can have your core navigation like connection, which allows you to link to external databases and connect your favorite AI models like OpenAI, Claude, or Gemini. Up next, you'll have the API Explorer to manage integration, then data tables to view your raw backend information, invite users to pull your team into the workspace, and your global workspace settings right in your settings over here. Now, right in the center of your home dashboard, you have the option to create standalone automation or specialized agent. But in our tutorial today, we want to look right below the central prompt where it says start with an automation or app, and we are going to use the application button to start with creating an app for us. As soon as we do that, it will ask us to give a name for our app, and for this tutorial, we are going to create a support ticket tracker. So let's name it that and click on confirm to create the application for you. Now, Budibase will drop you directly into Visual Interface Designer, showing you an empty canvas screen. But remember, an app can't display anything without a brain to store information. So before we add anything to this visual screen right here, let's head up to data tables to create a data source for your application. So head over to data tables, and the platform is incredibly flexible because it lets you connect to external databases like MySQL Server, PostgreSQL, and even Google Sheet using any of these options right here. But today we are going to use the built-in database system, which acts like a superpowered spreadsheet built right into the tool, for which we are just going to create a new table by clicking on this button right here. We'll give the name to our table. Let's call it tickets. And now you can also create table by uploading your CSV or JSON file, but we are just going to use the platform itself to create the entire table. Click on create, and this is the view that you'll get. To add in a column, all you need to do is click on this add button over here, name the column, select the type of the column. So our first column would be the title column, which will have the title of the ticket. This needs to be text, and we can set a maximum length to 50 or 60 characters. Then you need to make sure whether or not you want your column field to be required, and I pretty much think that titles should be required. So save that, and your column has been added. Next, create another column, choose long text, and the name would be the description for the ticket, and then the settings change every time you change the format or the type of your field. So if it's a multi-choice field, then the settings would change. We'll be creating that later, so I'm going to give the description as well required. And the next column would be the status column that will track the status of the ticket. So this is going to be a single select because there can only be one status at a time. If there is something that actually requires multi-select, then you have that option as well. And there are a couple of basic types that a table should. So for single select or even multi-select, you'll have to add options. So just click on add options. Here you can rename the option, change the color from over here, and it would look something like this. This is also going to stay required. Now let's create another column which is for priority. Similar to the last one, these are the options that it got. It is again a single select. I'm going to save this. And finally, to make sure our app has something to show when we design it, let's type in one row by clicking on this add button in here, and then we can add some dummy data. So I'm going to fill that up, and to save it, simply click on this save button right here. That's it. Your row has been created. Your data table now has some sort of data, meaning our database is now ready. So let's move on to the designing part. Just go back to your home page. You'll see your application right over here. Open it and you'll be back in the design view. So you can now either drag and drop each and every components onto the screen, or we are going to use a massive time saver feature called auto-generated screens. On your left sidebar, which is this right here, there's the screen. Click on this add button and it will open up a few different options. So what you can do is select the table view and click on next button. Then you need to add that, connect that with one of your existing database. So we are going to use the tickets table. Click on next, and now you can choose how you want to manage your rows, what layout it should appear in, whether it should be inline data, a side panel row, model, or a new screen every time you click on a new row. So what I'm gonna do is select the model option, click on done, and just like that, you've got your database as a fully functional interactive list view generated right in your screen. Now, if I view this in the preview section, it will open up the screen in a new tab. And if you click on any of your data, like we selected a model, so it comes in with a predefined form which you can use to update your data. Like here, if I want to change this, I could literally go ahead, add in another sentence, and go right ahead, click on save, and the updated description is now saved, as you can see over here. Now it's that simple. You can even create new row from over here itself. So I've filled in all the data. If I click on save, a new row will be added into our tickets table. Now if I close this, I'm back in the designing layout. So let's talk about customization. If you want to customize your UI to make it look a bit cleaner, on your left hand side panel, you'll see your screen's tree structure, which shows how your components are stacked. If you click on the main table then you can literally use the right hand side settings panel to rearrange which column is shown first, or even sort the data of the rows. Like right now, you can see the data is coming from tickets. As of now, it is not filtered, but if we change the sorting of column according to status or the priority, then choose the order as descending, then you can see this is being switched up. Similarly, there are different settings, like here you can change the format or the sequencing of your column. Right now, title will always come first, then you can just simply drag and drop the status above description and you'll see the status before the description, and that's how it works. You can also change the entire aesthetic of your application by going to the themes panel, which is up on this top bar over here. Click on that, then you can simply choose any of the themes like the dark theme or the north theme or even the midnight theme, and you can see the whole aesthetic of the app changes. If I am going into the dark mode, I can even change the font size, font type, and the roundness of the buttons, accent colors to be used, etc, etc. So I'm just going to change the accent color from blue to, I guess, a lavender purplish color, and you can see the changes have already been made. So it's that easy to customize your application. And if you're trying to create your app from scratch, all you need to do is click on this add button here, and it will list out all the different kinds of components that can be added to your application, starting with pretty simple things like cards, containers, then you have the data option, then there are the basic things, followed by the form, which is majorly what a good application starts with. Maybe you'll have to design your login form, your registration form, etc. So that's how you build your application in Budibase, but it doesn't end over here. We've already seen the preview section, but this set live section right here launches a live testing version of your application. So that's how you set your application live. But the thing is, our application looks great, but we can make it smarter using one more feature, which is the automation. If we go back to our home, click on the automation section and create a new automation. Let's name it new ticket alert, and then you'll have to select a trigger event. That's basically when the automation will start. So for the trigger event, I'm going to select create row is created and click on save. Now it will take you directly into this automation creator, and to connect it with your table, simply click on this created row node and in the tables choose tickets. This means the second a user submits a new ticket, this workflow fires off. Next up, click on the plus icon and it will let you add the next step of this automation, which is going to be an action step, because when an action is been triggered, then it should be followed with another action. You are going to choose the standard option like send an email or a Discord message or even an agent node to pass this data onto an AI agent to categorize or summarize the ticket automatically using your AI credits we talked about. So for this beginner setup, we will just choose the straightforward send email option. All you need to do, you can either look for it by scrolling through all the options, or you can simply search for it as well. It will require you to set up SMTP, and if you are not willing to take that much time out of your way to just set up an email, let's just switch to Slack or even Discord. I'm just going to use Slack because it will be easier. All we need to do is configure a webhook URL and the message. It's pretty easy to get your webhook URL. All you need to do is just head over to Slack APIs, and here you have to create a new app. Click on this button right here, select from scratch and give a name for your app. We are just going to call it ticket tracker. Then you need to pick the workspace that you want to deploy this app in. I'm going to choose this workspace right here, then click on create app, and once your app has been made, in the features, which is this right here, select incoming webhooks, where you'll have to turn it on, and then you need to add a new webhook, which will let you select the channel in which the message will be coming. I'm going to choose the ticket tracker channel and allow the permission to review the app. Now your webhook URL has been created. Just copy it from over here, go back to your Budibase, add it over here, and the message would say new ticket has been generated, check it out. So both of them are configured. Let's run a test. Here I need to select a row and then just click on the run test option. Let's check out our Slack message, and as you can see, this is the ticket tracker channel and this is the app that we created, and here's the text we got, which is new ticket generated, just check it out. So again, as soon as you set your app live, you can set this automation live as well, and they would work in sync, completing your workflow. Now keep in mind, the free tier completely gives you unlimited apps, data storage, and free monthly AI credits, making it an absolute powerhouse for small teams, startups, and solo creators looking to optimize their workflow. So drop a comment if you found this useful, and drop a comment on what your app is going to look like, and I'll see you in the next one.